Fernanda Torres. Yeah, this is gonna be good. We've got articles about her success with I'm Still Here and her awards season style, even some background on her family's connection to filmmaking.
Let's dive in.
All right, so first things first. Torres is a huge star in Brazil, but
Right, but I'm Still Here is really her, introduction to Hollywood.
yeah, it's like a double debut almost, especially with her family background, right?
Right.
I mean, her mother, Fernanda Montenegro, was Oscar nominated for Central Station.
Way back in 98.
Yeah, back in 98. And get this,
Wait, hold on.
it was directed by Walter Salles.
The same director who directed I'm Still Here.
Yep.
Wow, that's interesting. It's not just a fun fact, though, is it? I mean, think about it. Salles directed both mother and daughter in their, Oscar-nominated performances. Could that, I don't know, point to some kind of shared sensibility, a quality that works with Sal's vision as a director, maybe even like a legacy being passed down, shaping how Brazilian stories are told globally?
That family connection really does add another layer to Torres' success. It's more than just her talent. It's almost a lineage, a continuation of artistic expression, like generations of it.
Exactly. And speaking of artistic expression, I'm Still Here has created a lot of buzz.
Yeah.
It won Best Screenplay at the Venice Film Festival, and Torres, well, surprised a lot of people by winning Best Actress at the Golden Globes.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, and then that led to an Oscar nomination.
Wow, that's quite a trajectory. What is it about the film? What's resonating with people?
Well, it's based on a true story, so that immediately gives it, weight. But beyond that, it tells the story of Eunice Paiva, a housewife turned activist. Seems like it's really sparking conversation about social justice and resilience.
So it's not just a good story. It's a story that's making people think and feel. That's really powerful. And speaking of impactful moments, the sources also talk about Torres's award season fashion. They call it ladylike elegance.
Yeah, think demure designs, mainly black and jewel tones. Like at the Golden Globes, she wore that amazing black Olivier Theskens gown. It was backless.
Oh, I remember seeing pictures. Yeah, the film tackles some serious subject matter, right? Makes you wonder, is there a connection between her fashion choices and the film's message?
That's really insightful. It could be a very conscious decision to keep the focus on the story. Letting Eunice Paiva's story take center stage, not a flashy dress.
It's almost like she's saying, look beyond the glitz and glamour. There's a deeper message here. We see more and more celebrities using their platform this way to amplify important issues.
Yeah, and for Torres, it's not just wearing the designer gown. It's about using that moment to shine a light on a story that deserves to be heard. That's what's so compelling about her success with I'm Still Here. It's not just, a personal achievement. It's using that success to bring attention to a story that could easily be well overlooked.
It speaks to the power of film, doesn't it? To not just entertain, but inform, spark debate, even make us feel things deeply.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could even inspire change, right?
Definitely. It's interesting, though. I'm Still Here seems to have resonated with audiences, worldwide.
Yeah, that is interesting, especially considering it's grounded in a very specific Brazilian context.
Exactly.
But we are talking about a film that deals with corruption, injustice, resilience.
And those are pretty universal, unfortunately.
Yeah, they are.
It kind of speaks to that idea that some stories, some human experiences go beyond, geography or culture. They tap into something, fundamental about being human.
So Torres is almost like a bridge between cultures, inviting us to connect with a story that might seem foreign at first, but ultimately reveals a shared human experience.
Yeah, and she's doing it through a performance that's been called quiet power. Torres isn't using those big dramatic moments to convey Eunice Paiva's struggles. It's much more subtle. Nuance, a deep understanding of the character.
She's drawing the audience in.
Yes.
It's like she's asking us to lean in, pay close attention to these small shifts in expression or, the tremors in her voice almost.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like a masterclass in understated acting.
It is, and that's what makes it so effective. It lets the audience feel the weight of Eunice Paiva's emotions without, being bombarded by them.
It creates space.
Right, for empathy, for reflection.
Which, when you really think about it, is the sign of truly great storytelling, isn't it?
It is.
It's not about, telling the audience what to think or how to feel. It's about creating an experience that lets them come to their own conclusions.
Exactly. And Torres, through her performance in I'm Still Here, does that. She invites the audience to witness Eunice Paiva's journey and grapple with the the complexities of her story and ultimately connect with it on a personal level.
It makes you think about how she's using her platform, doesn't it? It's not just about promoting the film, it's about using her voice to amplify a story she believes in, a story that has the potential to, make a difference.
Right, and that brings us back to that idea of legacy. Torres comes from a family with deep roots in Brazilian cinema. Her mother, Fernanda Montenegro, a legend.
So she's not just building a career, she's building upon a tradition, like generations of artistic excellence.
Yeah, exactly. And that adds a whole other layer of meaning to her success. It's not just individual, it's about carrying the torch, honoring the legacy, making sure those Brazilian stories continue to be told on a global stage.
It's beautiful, actually, like a tapestry, with each generation adding its own thread to the larger narrative.
And Torres, through her work in I'm Still Here, is adding this vibrant, impactful thread, taking a story that's so deeply Brazilian and making it resonate with audiences worldwide.
And she's doing it when the world is hungry for diverse stories, different perspectives. Seems like global cinema is changing, becoming more inclusive, and Torres is right at the forefront of that evolution.
Absolutely. And, platforms like streaming services, huge role in this. International films are more accessible than ever.
So it's not just about the stories, right? It's about how they're shared and consumed too.
Exactly. We're seeing a democratization of storytelling where voices from everywhere can potentially reach a global audience.
That's an exciting time to be a film enthusiast. So much incredible content, the chance to really expand our horizons, challenge our perspectives, and connect with stories that, might have been out of reach before.
And Torres, with her work, is encouraging us to do just that, to step outside those comfort zones, engage with a different culture, and ultimately see that shared humanity that connects us all.
Feels like a turning point, huh? International cinema going mainstream.
It really does. And I think part of it is that audiences, they want something real.
They're kind of tired of the same old, same old.
Exactly. They want stories that feel real, that challenge them, that show them something new.
And Torres with Eunuch Paiva, that's exactly what she's doing. It's not his typical Hollywood role, all glitz and glam, but it resonates, it feels real.
Yeah, it does, and it's that authenticity that sets her apart, that willingness to embrace the messiness of it all. She's not afraid to tackle the tough stuff, the flawed characters, people who are just trying to figure things out,
It makes you wonder if that's why she connects with audiences so well. Because it's more than just acting. It's like she's sharing a part of herself, her understanding of what it means to be human.
I think so, yeah. There's something vulnerable, raw even, about her performance that makes it relatable. You connect with her on a human level.
And that goes beyond language, beyond culture, right? It speaks to something deeper.
It does. That's the power of art, isn't it? Breaking down barriers, building bridges, reminding us that we're all connected.
Yeah. I think that's a good place to wrap up this deep dive. We've covered so much, from Torres's role in I'm Still Here to her family's legacy, her fashion choices, even how global storytelling is evolving. But the thing that really stands out is how Torres is using her platform to give a voice to stories that matter, stories that move us, challenge us, make us feel connected.
Couldn't have said it better. It's something to remember, not just about film, but about life, too. We all have stories, and they have the power to change things.
So to our listener, we encourage you, check out I'm Still Here, watch Torres's performance, and remember how powerful storytelling can be. Who knows, it might inspire you to share your own story. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.